Let me see what's going on this Tippler Talk Tuesday. All right, folks, welcome back to my channel. Like always, thank you. As you see, I have a few things displayed out here for us today, and I'm gonna go over some of these things and the reasons why I have them out. First of all, I want you to look at, I have structure, different type of structure representing pigeon lofts. I have two types of tipplers here. I have two types of feed, pigeon feed, and I have some supplements here. Supplements that you can administer, and then you have some type of medications for prevention. Now, in order to be successful in flying, all these things play a role. And I'm asking all the viewers out there watching, in your loft, what is most important to you? Now, I know I've mentioned before in the past health. Health is number one. But the structure mean anything to you, where you live at? Does the type of pigeons you fly, type of tipplers you fly, mean anything to you? The feed and the supplements and medications. And therefore, I ask you, in order to fly successful in certain places, down here in Florida, problem number one is health, humidity, respiratory. So I would lean on more on respiratory in order to have a healthy pigeon. Up north may not be the case. Overseas it may not be the case. But now you look at structure. I truly believe now that in order to fly these tipplers properly, you gotta have, number one, the correct structure. Do you fly in massive amount like we always have here in the United States, or do you fly individually, separated individually in groups of 3s and 6 and 7 and 8 and 10 and so on? What types of feed? We're used to feeding this type of feed all the time. A mix of 14% popcorn, corn, without corn, and so on. But really, if you want to fly competitively, a super depurative. 3 or 4 grains, light grains, not a whole lot of fat, not a whole lot of heavy protein. But it would all determine on how do you fly. People think that it's a one catch-all thing. Change the feed, they fly excellent. Change the structure, they'll fly excellent. Change the so-called bloodline, they fly excellent. Give them man-made products like this, they fly excellent. If you treat them medically, they'll fly excellent. Well, everyone has a story to tell, and everyone's story is different. Down here, in order for me to fly successfully, I have to first look at my structure. A lot of ventilation. Again, this is not to scale, this is not to exact dimensions, but something like this, an open loft with a covered roof, maybe a covered back, maybe part of the covered side, open bottom will probably be best to fly here in Florida. A lot of ventilation, a lot of airflow. When it comes to feeding, I truly believe that the feeds play a part at certain times in the process. When you're breeding, you want to give them as much as this as possible in order for them to thrive and get bigger and stronger, the babies, and they grow healthy. As adults, as you wean them off of that feed, you may want to go to something like this. Or I have in the past mixed this type of feed and that feed. Because here's what I've noticed. When you fly them with this type of feed, super depurative, to me, they don't have that quick wing snap. They kind of flutter, and they're going for that marathon flight. Very, very slow. They'll speed, in the beginning and then slow down throughout the duration of the flight. I call this the hot feed. This feed right here, or anything else, they go out like gangbusters and they maintain that but for a short period of time. So if they stay like that for 4 or 5 hours, if that's the type of flight you're looking for, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're time flying, you should use super depurative. Now when it comes to additives, an extra added supplement for your pigeons. Now, a lot of guys don't like spending money on products. Some feel that it's not worth it. Some feel that it's a waste of time and money. It's the little things that count. So if I feed my birds some type of supplement like this, very expensive, but I feel that it's needed. Because if I'm not getting it from here, I'm getting it here. Again, organic, very good. Keep the birds healthy. I've shown this before in the past. And of course, then you have your medications. So I ask you, in order to be a successful flyer, is it a combination of everything? Is it one thing? The bloodline of the bird? What type of bird it is? Is it the structure? Is it the feed? Or the man-made products and the medications? Which is it? A combination? Because I can tell you, if you think you're a great flyer and I give you nothing but the best, and I gift you a pair of these 15, 18-hour flyers, and you get them in your hands, do you have the proper structure? Do you properly feed? Do you properly medicate? Do you properly give them supplements? And the training, of course, training, the handler. So what's it gonna take for you to fly and fly well? Everyone have their own methods. Everyone has their own mindset on how they fly, and that's the result you get when you fly the way you do. That if your birds only go up and give you 20 minutes, you're a 20-minute flyer. If they give you 4 hours, you're a 4-hour flyer. If they give you 10 and above, you're a 10 and above flyer. So we all want to get there, and we can do it all together by talking about each and every item. So for the guys that missed the last meeting this past Saturday, the Florida Competitive Flying Tippler Club, we met, we had a great time. We talked about structure. How are we gonna fly out of our lofts for time? And I want you to think about that. But we also touched feed, medications, and supplements. So I'll let you look at these two lovely tipplers, and you can see what they're looking like. And this is 2024 team right here. This is out of my Loft. This guy right here out of the Bowdens, but they're really red eye lofts. Red eye loft tippler. And that's a red eye loft tippler. All right, folks. Thank you very much. Till next time, folks, thank you very much. Keep watching my videos. We'll be back next week on Tippler Talk Tuesday. Peace.